Okay, started. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Lloyd playing Mask. Yes, I'm running Mask again. I can't help it. I absolutely love it. I have 4 subjects with 1 new subject whom I haven't played before with, and we're going to go through them one by one, starting with Ren. Ren, who are you and what are you playing?
I'm Ren, and I am playing the legacy character. His name is Kid Majestic. He has sort of superpowers based on his predecessor by the name of Mr. Majestic. He's sort of your, I guess, kind of Superman type thing. Super strength, invincibility, and flight at the moment. But he actually gets the eye beams or whatever later, so it should be funny. Yeah, his main thing is he's sort of saving other people is his main sort of motivation, and he actually is a fairly nice guy, and he's trying to get on with most of the team when he can.
Coolies. Next up is John. John?
Hi, I'm John from Red Dice Diaries, and I'm playing Vortex for this game. Originally a scientist trying to open a portal to another dimension. The experiment went wrong, and he became the portal to the other dimension, and he has to continually fight to hold this energy inside himself unless it explodes outwards and destroys everything around him.
Awesome sauce. Next up, new player Mark.
Hi, Mark, and I'm playing the Transformed. He's a rough and tough mutant type freak of a character. He's his change was caused by a meteorite which smashed in close by him. Radiation or whatever, he's not sure himself. And he's joined up with the rest of the team because they accept him for who he is. And he has one person outside the team who is kind of helping through his change, if you like. And that's a Ken Havers from the nearby university, a Professor Ken Havers.
Excellent. And finally, old-time favorites, Dan.
I'm playing the Bull, Callum Cal Bentley. He was a kidnapped and conditioned and experimented on child soldier of some criminal organization. And he eventually, in his teens, escaped with a bunch of other empowered individuals, and they're all kind of split up and on the run. And he's fallen in with these guys because he's trying to get back at and disassemble the corporations, the syndicate, so it can't do these horrible experiments anymore.
All right, that is pretty much everyone, I think. So let's get right into it. This is a simple 2d6 system, so we'll be using Dice Stream. Mostly a shout out to the guy who created Dice Stream. It's been 2 years. We still love you. You're the best. Let's start with the basics. So, camera pans down to America. Normal city, not described. We'll call it the city of Townsville for like the Powerpuff Girls shootouts. Camera pans straight down to what looks like a TV screen in a window, where Senator Finch is once again making a big powered statement about how young superheroes are the corruption and the rot of this world, and that if he's put in power for when he decides to go for presidency, the first thing he's going to do is find a way to make sure young superheroes are fully trained and sanctioned. And there's a big symbol behind him, which is like Majestic Not, which is his big campaign thing going through. The team is called Team Majestic, by the way. However, that's not the problem, because Arcel is sitting down there looking at you. Fiery hands reach through, grab the TV, and break it through the screen. The camera pans around, and you can see you're standing in a fairly busy street of cars parked along the side, like on New York style. People are screaming and running away. And this girl is standing there, and she's got these huge flaming hands picking up this giant TV, and she turns to the side. You can see all 4 characters lined up. Cal, Vortex, ChromeHead, and last but not least, Kid Majestic, lined up in a nice little line as she grabs this TV, breaks it in two, and just starts chucking it at people with flames all over. And she's just throwing it straight at you guys. You stand in the middle of the road. She's chucking these things at you. What do you do?
Are they coming for us or like bystanders?
Yeah. Mostly for you.
Okay.
The bystanders are just running away like, ah!
Can I rush in headlong, engaging her using danger?
Yes, but how are you going to engage her when she's about to throw things at everyone? You got to deal with that first.
Okay, in which case, sort of seeing that the bull is about to run forward, Vortex brings up his hands and like this shimmering field of energy starts to appear in front of him, this shield to protect them.
Would you like to burn first? Would you like to power up and go into your superhero mode?
I would indeed. I imagine he's sort of stood there and he's trying to allow this energy to bleed forth from him, and it's also like gathering around his hands, but he's having to crease his face in concentration so he doesn't let too much of it out. So he's going to try and power up.
Power up.
Okay, so you'll have to let me know what that roll is.
So, powering up using burn is that you roll 2d6 and you add your freak. If you get, I believe, I gotta look it up quickly, so 1 second. It's hard for me to remember everything from my head. If you get 10 plus, you take no conditions. Okay. If you get 7 to 9, you take 1 condition. I think. Let me double check that. Hang on. Whoa. Where the heck is it? There it is. Yeah, on a hit, you hold 3 burn. On a miss, you hold 2 burn, mark 3 conditions. On a 7 to 9, mark 1 condition.
I'll go for that then. So it's 2d6 plus 3 for me.
Do it.
Okay, so that's definitely over 10.
Yep, so you've got 3 burns. So like bam, you power up, the vortex opens in your chest, your body is swirling with energy, you're ready to rock. What do you do?
Okay, so I raise my hands up in front, there's this energy spinning around them, and I bring up this shield of sort of like shimmering light between this flame-handed woman and us, basically allowing me to, I can spend the burn to defend someone else from a threat.
Excellent. So when you spend burn to do that, you roll freak instead of savior. So you switch those things around. So roll to defend using freak. It's a basic move.
Okay.
Now, if you go to the basic moves, you can see defend on there. So when you defend someone or something for the immediate roll, you roll the thing you needed. So on a hit, you keep them safe and choose 1. On a 7 to 9, it costs you. Expose yourself to danger or escape the situation. So pick 1 from the list. You can add a team to the pool, which at the moment is pool 1. Or you can take influence over somebody you protect, or you can clear a condition.
Okay, I'll add a team to the pool then.
Excellent. I'll let you know when that comes up. However, you expose yourself to danger in the situation. So as you go to basically put the shield up, just like hold it as hard as you can to stop the charred remains of the TV with the senator's face still etched in the screen as they're flying towards you. As you push yourself all the way forward, you feel something hit you in your chest. You're not quite sure what it is, and you find yourself sucked backwards. As another hand that you didn't see coming, now this time made of metal, reaches in and grabs your vortex form and yanks you back away from them, separating you from the team. You go flying all the way back and you land next to this guy who is slowly pulling all of the broken cars onto his body to form this huge like metal armor. And he looks down at you and he's like, "You didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you?" What are the rest of you guys doing?
Okay. Can I charge at the metal man? Defending my technical love.
Excellent.
So
you're going to run that way. What are the other two? What are you two going to do? Kid Majestic and...
We still got TV coming towards us?
Yeah. What?
Not anymore.
Okay.
That's cleared out.
I guess I'm going to fly above this girl and then sort of like get behind her, hopefully as one of my other teammates sort of approaches her from the front, so we're kind of flanking them. But I guess we'll see.
Excellent. Well, let's see what ChromeHead is doing. ChromeHead, what are you doing?
Barreling
Yes.
straight towards the guy who's armoring himself up.
Okay, so you're all gonna run after the armor guy and leave the flame jade who is in front of you.
I assume she's in
Fall
the
back.
air, isn't she? She's floating or flying, isn't she? So,
Oh yeah, she's like floating a little bit, and he's like on the ground. But they're in
Yeah.
two separate parts. So you can run to go help Vortex, or you can run to go help Kid Majestic. Who's more important to you?
oh, Vortex.
Well, there we go then. Kid Majestic, 1v1, Flame Jade. So,
Okay.
yeah, what's up?
I mean, I could swap, but I suppose she was the original target, so maybe I don't even notice. The vortex gets pulled backwards, and I'm just already barreling. Yeah, but the other guy's my rival, and I can defend either of them. But
Oh,
I'll go for Vortex then.
Okay, so
Everyone
the
will.
team splits apart and runs both ways. So let's deal with Flame Jade first. You are gonna try and fly over to flank her, and you're gonna charge her straightly ahead. So let's do the straight ahead charge. That's what you were doing first. So directly engage. So with that, you roll danger, and you use the directly engage move. And then tell me how you do it.
Who is this?
You.
This is no, this is you, Dan. Dan, you. I'm talking about you, because you're not you're
Jade fight first.
yeah. Aren't you going for Jade? You're going for Jade. You're not going for the Metal Man.
You just said I should because Vortex was my love. The Majestic
Oh,
is
okay.
going for the Flame Jade mano a mano.
Oh, sorry, I got confused. I thought you changed your mind. You were actually gonna go for Flame Jade.
Well, I thought you persuaded me not to. I can go
Oh,
for Flame Jade.
I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let's apologize
I'll be
now.
running at Flame Jade then. So I start running even before like Vortex makes his defense and then gets dragged backwards. So I'm just oblivious.
Mhm.
So because I ran in without us making any plans, I was wondering if I could activate Punch Everyone and up my danger and lower something else.
Let me take a look at Punch Everyone,
on the
and
sheet.
Punch Everyone is on the sheet, and I gotta find it first because I'm terrible at this.
it has to be the
I wrote it down in the stats sheet thing. So
Yeah, I'm just reading it now.
okay, cool.
Whenever you charge in a fight without hedging or bets, you can shift your danger up and it'll. Yes, I'll consider that to be a dangerous move you're about to do because you'll get there before Kid Majestic finishes flying, and you don't know
Okay.
what she's capable of. So yeah, go for it.
Right, I just lowered something as well.
Excellent.
I've not. No one's there to defend, so I'm not using defender. But I can use the Chona shop to try and buff my thing. So basically, I'm just directingly. Presumably, she's floating. Even if she's slightly off the ground, I can like run and leap off a car or something.
Yeah, cool.
So as people are screaming around, you see me get. I'm not in like any proper superhero costume. It's just kind of loose clothing and a hoodie and maybe like a mask, like one of those very typical superhero masks.
No problem.
And what's normally quite baggy clothing just starts to get a little tauter. Like it's not full on hulking, but I'm getting like empowered. So I'm getting bigger, taller, stronger, and with each step as I run, and then I like leap off a nearby car and basically just try tackle her directly into the ground.
I love it. Go for it.
So
Directly
that's
engage.
yeah, that's directly engage. And now my danger is at +3, so that's just add 3 to the roll, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh, that's a 7. So 10.
Excellent. So that's a full success. Please pick 2 from the list, and if you're being a bull in the china shop, you can pick 3.
Yes, why not? So yeah, part of the running up and slamming into her and then smashing her down, I'll probably like break the street, like,
That
and we
sounds
grind across the floor as it makes like a channel. So what do they? Can I take anything from them?
Yes, she is currently holding like inside her like weird like purple green suit. She's got this bag over her of like the electronics she's been stealing. She just broke out of like a local electronic, like a massive like technology shop, and she just come out with this bag, and she's got something in it, but you can't tell what it is, and it's on her.
So yeah, I run up, tackle her to the ground, like smash her through the street, like destroying it, and I'm just sort of this big brutish guy, and there's lots of sort of grunting and whatever, straining against the pain and the rage. So I'm going to do the resist or avoid the blows. Yeah. So I'm just sort of so worked up that pain is numb to me. I want to create an opportunity by like having stunned her and knocked her prone or whatever. And then I think I'm actually going to frighten, potentially. Frighten it or surprise. I don't know which one makes more sense. Or usually
the 3, and I get to pick which one I want. I think surprise and frighten is pretty fair. So I will say she's quite terrified. You are on top of her, and she's like, "What?" You see her like her weird green eyes like come into focus, and the flame hands slowly die down, but she's prone on the ground as you land there. Deal with you in 1 second. As you do the landing, Kid Majestic, what are you doing?
So he basically lands on top of her and is pounding the crap out of her at this point.
Well, he's just hit her into the ground. It's just going bam.
Yeah. Well, I might have like raised up, just about to start furiously smashing.
Okay.
So might...
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of. I guess at the moment, to be honest, it's kind of a case of floating in place and seeing if I can find an opening.
That sounds
I don't want to charge in and possibly hurt my teammate as well.
I mean, I gave you an opportunity. I don't know what that means. That you might be able to secure the area or save some people, or take the thing that she had on her. It might not be just an attack.
Oh.
You've got to slam into the ground, so it can be any opportunity. You've got a chance to do whatever you want in this scene. You can just do something different. You don't have to punch her. You can like subdue her on the ground. You can like hold her still. You can knock her out. You can clear the way. You can anything you want to go for.
Okay. Yeah, knocking her out sounds like a good idea.
All right. So she will not see you coming. So you don't. If you make your roll, you don't need to pick resist and avoid her blows. So directly engage as you go and just like as she's on the ground, like being knocked out, you can fly down, just like hit her once and take her out.
Yeah.
Or stun her. Depends on what you want to do. I don't know how your power.
Well, I mean, considering I am technically pulling my punches by trying to just knock her out, does my fight the good fight apply?
Yes.
Okay. So 2d6 plus 3.
Do it.
So that's 10.
10. Excellent.
Yep.
So when you fight the good fight, let me just double check, make sure I know what it like it does. You roll savior. If you do, you cannot choose to impress. Yeah. So pick 2 from the what's called directly engaged list.
Okay. Well, what would sort of trying to knock her out come under?
Any of those would be fine. Basically, you've hit her. She takes damage no matter what, and then this is extra things you can do.
Okay. So yeah, I guess resist or avoid their blows.
You don't need to pick that. You don't need to pick that. It was an opportunity.
Oh,
Can't hurt you.
Okay. Or take something from them. I guess create an opportunity for my allies because that's all I have left.
Well, it sounds fair. She's knocked out. You can capture her and tie her up if you need to.
Yeah.
You two are doing this. Let's cut down to Metal Man fighting, grabbing Vortex, and ChromeHead just charging ahead. All right, ChromeHead, what you doing?
Head down, barreling full tilt into the wannabe transformer.
I absolutely love it. Show us how it's done. Make the roll.
Is that danger?
Yeah. Directly engage the threat as you like headbutt him.
I think I got +1 in danger. I think I might have screwed up there. Anyway, there we go. 10.
I believe in you. Well, there we go. It's 10. There's nothing to worry about that. So with that, you get to pick 2 from the list.
List where? Where's the list?
On the basic moves. The basic moves list.
Directly engage a threat, yeah?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. They're going to get a chance to hit back, aren't they?
Yes.
So resist or avoid their blows.
And
you said choose 2. And the other one would be create an opportunity for your allies. Now, when I went after this transformer type guy.
Mm-hmm.
Is he nearby Vortex?
Yes.
Because I want to kind of create an opportunity for Vortex, if that's possible.
Yeah. Well, how about we say when you slam into him with your head, you break part of his armor up, so his chest is exposed.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
So Vortex don't have to worry about hitting the armor and go straight for the hit to the kill if he wants.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds good.
All right. So you come flying in, you like headbutt him. He like rocks it. He takes a step back. You see him like his armor starts to crack. He looks around like a little bit unexpectedly, and as you land, you see his chest exposed. Vortex.
Okay, just a quick question. The burn I raised on the previous turn, does any of that remain for this turn, or is it just for that turn?
It remains until you run out of burn, or you decide to close it down.
Splendid. That's what I was hoping you were going to say. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, as he sort of reels back and his armor is cracking, I stand up next to ChromeHead and I literally just like shove my fist into the gap in his armor and allow like the destructive energy just to roll out of my arm using my reality storm to engage him using my freak score instead of my danger score.
I love it. Make the roll. If you don't get a 10, I'm going to be very disappointed. Everyone else has got a 10.
I'm only on 8, I'm afraid. You'll have to go with the disappointment, man.
Get in the sea. All right. So you only get to pick one from the list.
Okay, that's not a problem. So they're taking the damage. So I'm going to resist or avoid his blows and say that as I sort of slam my fist into his chest, it's almost like a jet of sort of power that like blows him backwards, so he can't really like just grab hold of us straight away.
I love that because since you picked 79, you picked Wizard of Bros, I get to pick the other side, and I think I'm going to create an opportunity for his allies. So you put your hand in his chest and you blast him back, and he goes flying backwards. You see him like hit the ground and bounce again. His armor starts to fall off. But then as it starts to fall off, he
Lloyd,
down. Yeah.
Just to let you know, by the way, because I didn't spend the extra point, there'll be collateral damage from this.
Oh, okay. So as he goes flying back, he hits the ground. He starts bouncing over and over again. But the energies you hit him with, but like he tries to hold it in to like keep his armor back on, but he can't maintain it, and it starts flying around. It starts breaking windows, breaking things. Like glass starts to shatter all over the area. One car on the side like explodes for no reason whatsoever because next thing he flips over and he lands. And when he lands, his armor is gone. And he gets up. He's like this, he's like maybe like Italian, not like mafia Italian, but like an Italian descent, maybe about. And he gets on up and he looks around. And he sees what's going on. He sees you. He looks about, and then he reaches into one of the cars. And he grabs, like, through the window, he grabs a woman and pulls her. She's like, ah! And, like, he holds her to the neck. He's like, stay back, or I hurt her.
That's not good.
At this time, not Vortex. Cal and Majestic, you've just subdued her. She's fine. You can hear this happening.
Can I grab the girl?
Stop! You have to run towards her and grab the girl. Oh, you mean what's going on?
No. I mean the female the supervillain or whatever.
Flame Jade. Yeah.
Flame Jade. Can I grab her and pull her up to a reasonable distance near this other guy, and basically like hold the girl by the neck up in one hand and go put her down, otherwise I hurt her.
Wow,
and
are you
just full on threaten him?
That's scary.
He didn't have a very good childhood.
Are you gonna let him do that, Majestic?
No, unfortunately not. Well, I mean, I'm gonna try and stop him.
Well, depends. Tell me what you do when he goes, put her down or I hurt her.
Would this be an opportunity to use influence?
It all depends on
Do
what
I get to intimidate this guy before everyone stops me, or is it
Not
only when they
until-
fail to stop me?
Because depending on what he does, it might influence your role.
Okay.
So I don't let you roll until I know what Majestic is going to do.
I basically just sort of stand there and go, "What the hell? What the hell are you doing? This isn't what we do." And try and sort of appeal to him to be an actual superhero and not as bad
sounds
as they are.
You've heard what he said. He's like, "What are you doing?"
What are my options?
No, just tell me what your reply is. Don't worry about your options for now. If you go, yes,
so I
I'm
point
doing
at
it,
the
it's like you
guy.
do about it.
I point at the guy of potentially Italian descent and just scream at him like, "Do you know what they did to me? Do you know what they did to everyone?" And like I'm all worked up from the combat and the pain of everyone running around.
Okay. It sounds like you're rejecting his influence.
Probably.
So roll 2d6. Do you have influence over Vortex? Not Vortex, over Kid Majestic?
Yes. I have influence over him because everyone has influence over him, and he has influence over me because he's my rival in that he's the do-gooder.
In which case, roll +1.
Right. Am I just rolling?
Yeah, you're just rolling 2d6 +1. You're rolling to reject his influence.
Shit. That's 5.
Excellent. So you fail. His words hit you hard. Mark a condition, and I'll adjust your labels. So you going, "Do you see what they do to me?" And him going, "No, that's not the kind of thing heroes do," really hits you just a little bit more. Mark down your danger by 1, raise up your savior by 1, and pick a condition to have, and then continue action. Because him telling you this won't stop you from doing it, but he has hit you hard of his words.
Okay, danger down, savior up.
Yep.
Do I choose a condition, or do you?
Yeah,
give
I'll
me
let you
one?
pick the condition. How you feel about what he just said.
I don't know, probably guilty or
right.
insecure. Let's guilt.
Guilt it is. When you're guilty, you get -2 to provoking. So remember that. Now, continue your action. He's told you this. You've heard him. It's hit you hard. What do you want to do next? Because unless he physically stops you, he can't stop you from doing anything else. He just told you what to do it.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I'll open my hand and drop the girl to the ground and basically be consumed by my own guilt, giving someone else long enough. Because otherwise, all I'm going to do is charge at this guy, and that woman's probably going to die. But I'll probably have a moment that gives everyone else a window.
All right. So you drop the girl, and you look a little bit sad about it. What the rest of you guys do? The metal man is slowly moving backwards, by the way, as this is happening.
Okay, I'm going to use the last of the burn that I had left over to bring up like a protective shield around the woman that he's holding.
Ooh.
So I can defend her using my freak score in case he does try and actually harm her. So I'm sort of holding my hands up to bring this like shimmering sort of energy field around her. Then I'm just going to look across at ChromeHead and I'm just going to be like, "ChromeHead, now take him down."
All right, go for the roll. Defend using freak.
Okay. That's 11.
Lucky bastard. So for one slight second, he as he's moving, he gives a bit of leeway, and you erect the shield at that one time. The weird mystical shield comes up and it pushes him away, exposes him for ChromeHead. ChromeHead can't take it up, can't take him down.
Okay. I think that. Hang on. Rolling.
I believe in you, ChromeHead.
Yeah. 1, 2. 6, 7. So that's not quite a total fail, is it?
Nope, it's still 1. You still get 1 thing to pick from the list.
And that's
Trade
correctly.
blows. What are you gonna pick?
Oh, take something from them. Yeah.
Good choice.
And hitting him in the midriff
Mm-hmm.
and grabbing the woman same way and trying to
Excellent.
roll away out of danger from the guy.
Do you do another headbutt?
I could probably find time to stick one in there somewhere, yeah. Preferably on the bad guy.
So as you put the shield up and you go, ChromeHead, go, you like launch yourself again. You slam into him, and as you do, you push the woman out of the way.
Yeah.
And both of you like tumble over and over again, and you both hit the ground, and both of you stop moving. That was so on point. Your heart skipped a beat. Make a roll to take a powerful blow.
Okay.
So when you take a powerful blow, you roll 2d6. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Before I forget, who failed the roll? Was that you, Dan?
I failed, yeah. When
Mark XP.
Oh yeah, cool.
Right. Make the roll. See if you will take a powerful blow or not. You're rolling 2d6 plus 0 because of no conditions.
Oh.
And you want to get low. You want to fail this roll.
Oh, okay. Let's clear that. 8.
8. Oh, life sucks. Okay, you have a choice. You can
my score coming up, Lloyd?
What? Not for us. No, we can't see it because your camera's off. But don't worry about it.
Oh, right. Okay. It's a 2 and a 6. 8.
I believe you. It's fine. So you can either mark 2 conditions. You can give ground. Your opposition gets an opportunity, or you can lash out verbally and provoke a teammate to foolhardy action, or take advantage of influence. What would you rather do?
Well, if I take condition, doesn't that activate something else with me? Is it?
Not in this case because he's down. It won't matter.
I'll take 2 condition then.
Right. Pick, which ones would you like to take? I'll let you pick. How do you feel about what's happened?
Oh, angry.
Angry and
guilty.
I love guilty. So good.
It seems relevant.
All right. So you guys all everything calms down. Chrome slowly gets up. The metal man does not get up. He stays on the ground. The woman runs off screaming like, "Ah! Majestics!" And she runs off with tears in her eyes. The girl you were holding by the throat isn't moving, and neither is Metal Man. All that's happening now is there's this ominous dead silence over what just happened between Kyle and Kid Majestic. And a water hydrant bust open with water flowing everywhere. And there's horribly ruined streets and these shattered glasses and buildings.
I recede slightly more into the hoodie that I'm wearing, and you see the pulsing veins or something on my hands, just sort of start to pulse slower and recede. If you could see my face, it's probably was horribly worked up, and I'm sort of coming down as everything recedes, and I don't even look at him. I just walk past him to where we left that bag with whatever she was stealing, and I sort of start roughly going through it.
Cool.
Yeah, I go to check on the 2 villains and see if they're actually still alive.
You go and check the villains. You can see the villains are still alive. As you both walk basically you walk right next past each other. It's a kind of weird alternate don't look at me kind of way. As you walk towards each other, you can hear sirens coming in the distance.
We need to get out of here.
Really, Kid Majestic? You need to leave?
Well, I mean, I don't mind staying behind, clearing some of this mess up, but you guys feel free to go if you'd rather not stay behind. I know some of you are not as publicly known or want to be as publicly known as I am.
If I don't have time to rummage through the bag, I'll just pick it up and sling it over one shoulder if it's a duffel or something. Just go. I've got work to do, and then I'll I walk through everyone, back through everyone, and that's when I say I've got work to do. And I go to the guy of possibly Italian descent, and I'm just trying to like frisk him for any kind of information or his connections or like his wallet or whatever, if he's connected. Because I'm paranoid. I think like everyone is
very connected. You find he's got like his Oyster card pass. I don't know why this is now an Oyster card, even though it's in America. It's an Oyster card pass in his pocket. He's got his wallet. He's got his car keys. He's got his social security number. He looks like he's an American-born Italian. Probably nothing to do with the Mongola group. You're pretty certain. His name is in the list though, which is pretty cool. He's known as Antonio Bares.
Okay, I just make a note of personal details.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like. Yeah, I make a note of his details so I can look him up later. And yeah, I just go, I have work to do, and I just start walking off down this wrecked street with the duffel bag.
That sounds fair. There's like water flowing around you as you go. It's like sad Hulk music playing. It's beautiful. What are the rest of you guys?
I'm just going to looking at Kid Majestic with my sort of glowing blue eyes, and I'll say, Kid Majestic, we can't stay here. You've seen what Senator Finch is putting out about us after that incident at the Quickie Mart. They're never going to just believe us that we didn't cause this somehow.
Well, I don't really believe in hiding out. We have a responsibility to use our powers to help people, and I'm going to help people depending no matter what a politician may or may not say to be trying to get himself elected for another term. But don't worry, if it looks like I'm going to cause any issues, I'll leave.
Well, in that case, I'll stay here with you. I can leave pretty quickly if I need to.
Very well. ChromeHead?
I'm staying.
Okay.
All right. So, scene cuts. We're gonna deal with you later. What's called Cal. Scene cuts to medical equipment over there. Reporters are in. People are like trying to get close to you guys. The police are holding you guys back. The police some of the police officers are like getting you in because you're heroes, whatever. They're sitting you down. They're not saying anything else. Everything's pretty cool. As you're standing there, the chief of police himself bops all down, Mr. Bartowski. What's called Lieutenant Bartowski? Would it be Lieutenant? Yeah, Lieutenant Bartowski sort of comes on up and he sort of like folds his arms and he looks at both of you and he's like, all three of you, and he goes, normally I'd have a lecture for people like you, but apparently I've had the call and I'm not allowed to interview or give any information based on you until he gets here.
He?
As you say the wonderful pronoun game, everyone stops to go, oh my god, it's him. Like, you hear some fanfare music playing, you see the sunlight changes, and like descending down on like a halo of light himself floats down Mr. Majestic. As he slowly comes down, slowly comes to the sky. He's got a big grin on his face and a big Majestic symbol down, and he's in his full transformation mode. Are you still in your transformation mode, by the way?
Yeah, I will be. While I'm out in sort of public. So
cool. What's the difference between yours and his?
Mine's sort of more of a modern sort of costume. It doesn't have a big flowing cape and big.
You don't wear your pants outside your trousers.
Yeah, mine's sort of more of a sort of sleek, modern sort of look. Same symbol, sort of M symbol on, but
excellent. He has like full on Silver Age style clothes with long wings, and there's got this like funky lines running down across it with an M with like a funny little bell at the end. As he like floats down, I was like, Mr. Majestic, and like the crowd completely ignores the rest of you guys. Like, oh my god, he's the best! Touch me! And it's like, ladies, please, not right now, please, not now, please, no photos, please, no photos. Okay, maybe one, come on, no gang signs. Oh my god. Comes up, he's like, he like sees the people like Bartowski, and you can tell Bartowski hates everything about this man. He looks at him like, stick. And he looks at you specifically, Kid Majestic, and he's like, I'll be seeing you soon. And he walks off. And then Majestic sort of...
I just sort of mouth the words, I'm sorry, to the guy. Walks off.
He like bops on in, and he walks in, and he looks around, and he goes, he also looks left, then he looks right, then he goes, and like someone completely unrelated just runs in and brings him a chair, and like he grabs it, thank you very much, yo, not bad, autograph? Yeah, sure. Passes it, and like he sits down and crosses his legs, and he's like, so, Maddie, what's all this?
I mean, I know you're usually busy with your photo shoots and things like that, but it's the scene where we stopped two crazy people from smashing up, more of the town than was necessary.
I fully understand. I mean, I don't expect to be everywhere, although technically I can be. I'm that powerful. But you have a name to uphold, Majestic. You all have a name, because I believe you call them Team Majestic, right? Where's the fourth one? Where's the grouchy one?
He's just heading off to do some background checking and stuff, make sure we've covered all the rest of the angles.
That's what you hire PRs for. They can do that stuff for you. It's much easier. But more importantly, I feel the need to lecture you, because normally if I had taken care of this, the town would be safe, everyone would be happy, there'll be no collateral damage. But there was a woman crying, there was a threat made apparently on another villain's life. I mean, I don't care for such things. I just win the day. I mean, it's that simple. But if you're going to be like me, don't you think you need to be more like me?
Well, being part of a team has its complications. I don't control the rest of my team. I just work with them.
Listen, let me explain to you how the superhero thing works, right? First up, you're not me, so that's never going to happen. I'm terribly sorry. You're the kid version of me. You'll take over when I eventually pass away, if I don't feel like I come back from the dead again for the third time. But when you are a hero, there are three things to keep in mind: how good you are, how good you look, and how other people see you.
So I'm mouthing along with these three things because I've heard this 100 times.
And since you are now my protege, when I have time to teach you, you have to maintain these three rules all the time. From now on, please be more careful for your surroundings. And that goes for all of you, including you, the shiny one. I must say, you do look a great shade of silver. And whatever you are. Is that clear? Do you say yes or no?
Okay.
Are you guys believing him, or are you rejecting his influence? By the way, here's the other thing, guys. All adults have influence over you.
I'm going to accept what he's saying, because I think he makes a very good point. We do need to have control over our powers.
Yeah, I suppose so. With rolled eyes, but yeah,
I'll just nod.
At that point, yeah.
All right, then. In that case, everyone, lower your danger by 1, raise your superior by 1. And he's like, excellent. I believe my work here is done. Let's do lunch or something. Maybe I might get Majestic to join if I feel like it. Oh, and how is your sister doing? Is she lovely? Is she good?
Yeah, she's doing well. She doing well at school and all that kind of thing.
Do say hello for me. It matters. I have to go see to my fans. Excuse me now. Ladies, I'm ready for my interview. And he like walks off, and like the cameras are flashing, and nobody cares about the rest of you three.
Right. I'd notice. Does he have super hearing?
Yes.
Oh, then I don't cough asshole then.
I was thinking of 200 things as well.
Yeah.
Totally imagine you flashing back to the moment where you coughed asshole and he just ripped you a new one.
So, with you guys being reprimanded, let's cut down to Cal. Cal, where are you going to do this?
I mean, I presume I don't know. Either we were kind of hanging out in some sort of flat together, or I had a flat with Cass.
Do you guys have a base?
If we don't, then that would be where I would be going to Cass. But if not, it's not like much of a base. I think it's just a shared flat, or some of us share it.
Well, how about since the fact that both myself and ChromeHead have got like professors in the university, perhaps we've got like somewhere near the university.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys have like a lab you
wanna-
live in?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you live like a lab.
Maybe they want to keep like ChromeHead and Vortex close so they can do more experiments or whatever. So I head back to the campus. Maybe I'm like down as a student as like a fake thing, but I'm not actually going. So basically, like I wanted to get back and then maybe do some information gathering on the computer or something about these people.
That sounds fair.
Maybe I had like when I get in, if Cass is there as well. Maybe she was watching the news and it has like Mr. Majestic on there, and I'm just like fucking dick.
In that case, let's cut to you walking to the front door. Cass is sitting there. She's, of course, because she's like Brandon sister, she's wearing a t-shirt and pants, and she's sitting there with like ice cream in her hand, and she's just eating it quietly. And she just stopped, and she's looking really strangely at the screen. And then she sees you come in. She's like, "Oh, Callum, have you seen this? Were you there for this?"
Yeah. Been busy. I'm about to try and find out, and I pull off the bag. Some villains were stealing something. I just need to take a look at it, but we didn't have time before that fucking Mr. Majestic was going to turn up.
Right, you know what? I know he's not really like the best person for you. I mean, especially the whole Sins of Fitch going after you and all that, but the man does save the world.
It just kind of
look. When you were the biggest hero in Townsville, you think you're allowed a few liberties. Like, did you see what he did in the dam? That was amazing.
Yeah.
No one knew he had ice.
He doesn't know how the world works. He doesn't know
Really?
the pain that people go through, like you and me.
She sort of like gets up in her pants and her shirt, and she comes and gives you a big like sisterly hug. Just for a little bit, just like to help you like feel a little bit better. It like comforts you a little bit on the inside, trying to like, make your guilty feel a little bit less. You still feel guilty though. And then she's like, "Is there anything you want to talk about other than work?"
No, I gotta get this, whatever the hell this is, and I gotta look at these people. If they've got close to us again, we might have to move.
I understand. I know, but I really like this town. It's kind of nice.
I know.
Carl, I know you do the whole loner thing ever since we left town and all that, but do you ever think maybe we could just, I don't know, maybe try and find the rest of us? I mean, kind of just me and you that survived, right?
No, I think others are out there, although I don't know how many survived. I would like to track them down, but the only way I know that we're connected to them is through those bastards that did this to us. So I have to fight them. I have to dig through more information. I will find those kids.
Okay. Well, you do your best. I'll be here eating ice cream and helping out when you need me. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I imagine like Cass was sort of studying and working on the side or something, and just trying to have a normal life or something like that. It was like you keep doing you.
Same for you, kid. And she like rubs your head a little bit, and then she goes back to the TV and grabs the ice cream again.
Yeah, you probably.
I'm having the girls over today. Don't be in the house after 5 o'clock.
I'll go out on the beach. Be fine. So that when she ruffles my hair, like it's the first time that I've smiled or not looked grim like the entire time, like the hoodie's off and stuff.
Cool. Right. So you've got that information you need to hack into. So you're gonna try and figure out what it says.
Yeah, I wanna check up on the guy's personal information. Check up on, Firebird or
Fire Jade.
Fire
Flame
Jade.
Jade.
That was it.
Flame Jade and Middleman.
Flame Jade. And and I also want. I have this tech that I've just taken because it's more useful to me than anyone else, is how he thinks. So I want to rummage through what they were perhaps stealing.
Assess the situation.
Right. So do I have any penalties to this after all of this?
Well, let's take a look at what you need to do for this. To assess the situation, you need to roll. What is it? I gotta check it. To assess the situation, you need to roll superior, which at the moment is -0. However, you are also feeling guilty, so it's actually -2.
Shit.
Well, just roll 2 6s. Problem solved.
Here's what I'm doing. Oh well.
Fine, just roll 2 6s. Just roll 2 6s. It's easy. You got this. Just 2 6s. Just
no problem. That's 9 minus 2 for 7, so I actually succeed.
All right, you get 1 question to ask me.
Sweet.
From the list.
From the list. Something like what here can I use to get back at the crime syndicate or track these two down? Really, that's what I'm after. Like, if they're a part of something bigger.
Okay. Well, that depends. What's going? So you're not concerned about what they have. You just want to track them down because you know where they are.
Yeah, I know where those two are, but I'm thinking if they didn't just work alone, I would like to know if they were working for a purpose. Like, were they stealing this for a reason? Because I try and link everything back to this crime syndicate. So it's, or like, what were they doing? What would
So you look through the area. So what can you use to track them? You go through like the Italian guy's stuff. You start looking through his details, and then you're like, I have no idea how to hack a computer. This is not going to work out for anyone. I can do a little bit of stuff here and there, but not great. I can't really look up. His social security number is here. He just looks like a normal dude. I can't tell works for the mafia. And you check it on the table. You're like, oh, what do I do? And you stop and you look at what's called the tech stuff. So you're like, you reach out and you pull it out and then you put it down. And then you're like, you're not quite sure what you're looking for. But then you notice that on there's a logo written on each one of those, like on the side. Like it says Deviant Story Industries. Like on each one of these tech things, which is weird because it was just a normal tech shop. There was nothing special about it. You'll know that what Deviant Story Industries is, but they seem to have the logo on all this stuff that's just lying around.
Okay. Can I look them up?
Google search. They have a base. You Google search them. They have a base not far from where you were, like a small little little warehouse area. They mostly do it import and exporting of technologies.
Hmm.
They look fairly legit on paper from there, but you don't have anything listed under technology keeping or technology development. So they shouldn't be able to put their labels on anything. So what's all this weird tech surveillance gear doing with their label on it?
Okay. Can I? This organization has some sort of front. This base that I found, this store or whatever, and maybe, yeah, that's what, maybe, and that they're developing some sort of high technology that maybe, that these criminals were interested in.
Maybe.
Am I able to, if, like with Flame Jade and Metal Man, is there some sort of database, criminal database that I could ask?
Fortunately, that was the access situation where you already made. This is as much as you're going to glean from the situation alone.
Sure. Oh, I don't know what else. I mean, I can go. Maybe someone on the campus has like an engineer or something. Might know something about it.
Maybe you can go find a person on the campus to help you, or you can go to your team.
Well, I was hoping maybe if I did the initial search, maybe they would come home and then I could ask them.
Well, just out of interest, given that you sort of dragged me back after that previous explosion and got your your sibling to heal me up. Is it
Yeah.
reasonable to assume that I've been in this location before?
Yeah, I mean, if you two have the university connections, maybe you hooked me and Cass up with somewhere to stay, like on the down low.
Okay.
While we're
In
hiding
which
from
case,
people.
Lloyd, I'd like to use my, given that I know that he sort of like quite often goes back there, like after he's thrown down with someone to calm down and get himself together. I'd like to use my move power to go there.
Well, there's no reason you can just be there. You can power out and just knock on the door. Just go.
Yeah. So, well, I won't knock on the door. It'll basically, because I can just use the power to like be in a location I've been in previously.
Okay,
So basically, as you're stood there, just like this sort of like hole opens and like the air and Vortex just steps out of it.
Because you've probably done this so many times. Like I barely look up and I just go, "Hey, Vortex."
I'll say, I think the others are coming back to the campus now. The matter seems to have been dealt with. Did you find anything interesting in that bag that you took?
So I like throw a tech piece up half-heartedly for him to grab out of the air, and I go, check the label. This Deviant Story Industries, from what I can tell, and like spinning a laptop towards him, shouldn't be making this kind of stuff. And he's obviously got the eyes of these criminals.
Well, if you wish, I can attune myself into the natural forces, but it will cost me to do so. But I may be able to find out more about this Deviant Stories organization.
I mean, I was just planning to go and ask ask a professor or ask the police, but you can always tune into your sentient universe or whatever you talk to.
Your idea might be the safer option.
I wouldn't want you to turn the planet upside down or something just for me.
No, neither would I. I'll say completely not getting the fact. I think he was probably joking. Whilst I'm looking at it as well, I'm going to see if I can assess the situation as well, see if I can find anything that he might have missed.
Go for the roll.
I know he's not the most technical person. So.
Right, so the first situation has been made to roll to see the general stuff. You're rolling specifically for the surveillance gear, right? So make the roll. It's a different roll entirely, so go for it.
Okay.
I'm sort of like a moody Batman who doesn't actually have the technical chops to back it up.
I'm on 7.
All right, you can ask me one question.
Okay, let me just bring up the list. Okay. What here can I use to locate a Deviant Stories facilities?
I don't think you should ask that question because he already found it.
Yeah, I know the location. It's on the Google Maps, basically on the laptop.
Yeah, you go.
Okay.
I can use Google.
Okay. Given their level of technology, what is likely to be the biggest threat should we go there?
Okay, so you're looking mostly at this, basically looking at this gear and stuff like that, looking around, and you sort of stop and you realize something quite interesting about it. It's less that it's high-tech gear, but more it's stealth gear. It's mostly built not to be seen. It's built to be perfectly hidden somewhere and transfer information back. The biggest threat you're going to have is trying to get yourself into this place without either being spotted before you even get there, spotted while you're there, and them not already going, oh, hello, Vortex. What's going on? Come on in. These people must be like super good at that shit.
Okay, so I'll look at Bull and I'll say, given the level of technology they have and the stealth nature of this equipment, I don't think it's going to be easy for us to infiltrate this facility, even if you have discovered where it is.
That's interesting because obviously these villains wanted it for something. So are they looking to surveil an area without being seen? Maybe they're trying to infiltrate something?
Given Senator Finch's current policies about superheroes, perhaps he's looking at some outside companies to find new monitoring techniques for us.
But what do the villains want with it?
Well, they'd have as great an interest in making sure this stuff didn't see the light of day as we would.
Or maybe they want to use it. Did either of those strike you as particularly intelligent heroes or villains?
I'm not the best judge of everyday humans' character, but no, they didn't.
I laugh at that, and yeah. Sometimes I forget you're a glowing blue orb of energy.
Guys, I'm going to cut off from you for the moment while you're there making plans. I'm going to cut down to what Majestic and ChromeHead are doing together.
So are we heading back to the base thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I guess I can fly there and carry you if you want.
Yeah.
Do you guys have phones? You guys have phones, surely, right?
I'm guessing I probably don't.
You probably don't. I think that's
I probably have a phone. It's probably got like a fucking monogram of a BM on it.
I'm guessing your ringtone's probably like Majestic.
Yeah. And no matter what I do in the phone, I can't change it.
like, fuck, why?
Every time you
tune
flip
to,
the
like-
screen up, there's a picture of Mr. Majestic going.
Yeah.
The theme tune is the Majestic cartoon from like the 80s and 90s that he was in.
What about you? What about you, Chromehead? Do you have a phone?
Well, good question. You know, one of the conditions I picked up was angry,
Yeah.
and to clear that, I have to break something.
Uh-huh.
So
You gotta
I'd
break
probably-
your phone!
I'd probably go through a lot of phones.
Yeah, presses the buttons too hard, man.
If you break your phone right
just-
now, you will clear the problem you have.
Okay, I'm looking at my phone,
Mhm.
and petulantly, I just smash it on the floor by my
Cool.
feet.
Excellent.
Feeling rather pleased about myself.
Excellent.
So no, I don't have a phone.
So
Excellent. You don't have a phone, but you've cleared the conditions, so it's all good.
Majestic sort of raises one eyebrow, goes to ask, and then is like, no.
Yeah, you'll probably see me do it a few times.
Yeah.
It's getting expensive.
All right, so you guys can fly in towards the base where everyone else is. Well, no one else at the. I guess at the base or at the house. I always got confused with that.
Well, I
house.
think it was, yeah.
Yeah, the
Flat.
house.
Student
Okay,
flat,
so-
something.
Yeah.
Student flat. So you're flying back to the student flat at the moment.
Yeah.
You can get there easily, so everyone's together.
Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna, just so I don't lose this. If you were to ring me, the phone would vibrate on the table and it would come up as Kid Dickhead. I would like give it a moment before picking it up, but right, that's fine.
So I imagine as you guys fly in, I'm just standing there talking to the ball going, well, the clue would be the fact I'm a giant glowing man.
All right, everyone's together.
And obviously we'll relay what we found out to the others, that this tech gear is like sort of super stealth, like surveillance gear. This company, Deviant Stories, owns it. They've monogrammed it, and the ball has managed to locate one of their facilities.
It's kind of strange that two of the most unstealthy people I've ever met in my entire life are carrying around stealth surveillance gear.
I believe they'd stolen it. I don't think they were the intended end users of it. Perhaps they were stealing it for somebody else. I have no idea who, though.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Well, I turn to, I'm going to call him Chrome Dome.
Dumb.
I turn to Chrome Dome and go, well, we did such a good job knocking these guys out, we couldn't question him by the time that idiot, Mr. Majestic, turned up.
It's not as though you had much choice. He was threatening innocent people.
Yeah,
That's true.
pretty much had it coming.
So,
The way I see it, we have two choices. We either try and find out more about this technology. Perhaps we could ask some of the professors to have a look at it, or we attempt to infiltrate this base, which, as I've said, will be difficult given the surveillance nature of this technology.
can't you mess with their electrics or just like teleport into the control room?
I probably could, but when I mess with things, I mess with them big.
We could also see if once those two wake up from their nap, if they're willing to talk, explain what they were doing, maybe.
Have they been taken in by the police, Kid Majestic?
Sorry. You know.
Well, I'm not entirely sure that the police will want us to be questioning their suspects. Given the look on Lieutenant Batowski's face when he turned up, I would guess we're not exactly on his Christmas card list.
No, I don't suppose anyone has any friends in the police that might find out for us.
Unfortunately not.
I could ask you know who, but seriously, honestly, who wants that?
I don't do well with authority.
What is the information that we'll be trying to find out from them?
Why they had that equipment, if they were stealing it, who were they stealing it for, what the hell the equipment actually is specifically used for, if whatever they know, really.
I mean, I have some of the details or something. You might be able to do some research and see if they have any affiliates or they work for any organization. I tossed them a wallet,
Okay.
identity card or whatever that I took. Be my guest, and I kind of just relax back on the chair and beckon to the laptop.
Okay. So what do I roll for this?
You don't roll anything. You've already found out everything you can with that roll that was already made. And once again, none of you guys are especially tech-based, so you can't really be like, I'm going to hack the internet.
Oh.
Now, if you had a power or some kind of ability to do that, you could do it that way.
But instead, we'll just punch our way in. Okay.
So they're not well-known villains or criminals then?
Mostly typical everyday villains, as they are. They've been in and out of jail a few times. They've not been known to work together. Nothing out of the ordinary. You can't read the files on them or anything else like that.
Okay.
You've gotten everything you think you can get from the level that you are at the moment that isn't having to ask an adult's help.
Do we think we'd get much joy going to one of the professors with these?
Probably. A professor could probably help you.
You know?
I mean, that's an adult who will help you out.
Yeah. That's my bet, anyway.
You could probably call one.
A Ken Havers?
Yeah, you can give him a call.
Okay. Well, can somebody get me their phone?
Everyone pauses for a second because this is like the 14th phone you've been through.
More importantly, have you memorized his number?
Ah, yeah, see, there's the problem. Probably not. Probably not. I'll just take it to him. Or whoever.
Very well, then let's go and see your professor friend. We can take the equipment with us.
Sounds good.
So, you all head on.
So I sling it over my back, and I just, like, as we all file out, I just say to Cass, "Yeah, well, I'll be back later. I'll remember about the girls.
Don't forget it. Remember, 5 o'clock. I need the house clear.
Will do."
Also, hi, Majestic.
Oh. Hi. Hi.
I just shove him in the back, out the door.
What was that about girls? What's happening?
Nothing you need to concern yourself with. Aren't there like innocents to save?
Usually.
All right, so you guys are making your way towards the professor's. Like, are you going to his office or his house? I'm assuming at this time of day, it's his house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not that far. It's not that far out of town. It's a nice little like quiet place, just a bit what's called a little bit like a little suburb on the way down. What's called down to his place. You can fly there. You can take a car. You can. How are you getting there?
Something more Vortex and ChromeHead always in their sort of forms.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've actually determined whether I can.
You can't. You're transformed. You can never switch back to human.
Yeah, there you go.
You're always
Okay. Okay, so there's not really a massive point about trying to be subtle moving around. No.
We're going to get the montage where we're all just sitting on a bus in public transport with a guy who's made of energy and a guy who's made of metal.
Womp, 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 womp. Both of you are like, oh my god.
Trying to mix.
All right, so when the bus stops near the professor's house, you all get up. And like the bus driver's like, fucking hell. What the hell is going on? I don't even know anymore. And he's like driving off. You guys can see the professor's house is a little bit out of the way because he doesn't feel like his at home, so not many neighbors around him. And you can see about maybe 2 cars parked outside and what looks basically like they're just parked outside. And like 2 fairly big black vans are parked outside.
Oh, do they look like they shouldn't be there?
I don't know. Is that what vans do? Are big black vans not supposed to be anywhere? I mean, do you have a problem with big black vans? Have they done something?
I might.
No, big black vans are not supposed to be there.
Okay. Can I make an attempt to assess the situation, see if I can see anything that would hint at signs of danger?
Yeah, do it.
So that's 9 I've got for that.
Ask 1 question.
Okay. What here is the biggest threat?
The biggest threat to you is as you stand there, you can hear a. Okay, not too loud. Okay. Like this, like constant hammering. And you notice every time the hammer happens, it's in tune with someone stepping. There must be someone in the room who's like either really dense or they are just like constantly causing earthquakes.
And that's happening sort of like beyond the door inside the professor's like house.
Inside, and it's like in fact the house is shaking slightly.
I'm just gonna.
And it kind of like with a breath, like the house is breathing. It's kind of weird. Like what the fuck is that?
I'm just gonna look over at Bull. Sorry, not Bull. I'll look over at ChromeHead and say, I believe your professor friend is in some danger.
I run for the front door.
All
Is there anyone
right.
outside? Can I just ask? Is there no one outside? No one in the vans? Nothing.
What? No one's outside or in the vans that you can see.
Okay. Now you can charge. Go.
Yeah. If the door is open, all well and good. If not, well, so be it.
So you charge forward full on the head. You're like running as fast as you can. As you go past the vans, as you do in the ground, like on the floor, 4 little things like float up just where you are, and you spot them with your eyes as they spin and explode. Take a powerful blow.
Roll low, you say, in this one, is that?
Yeah, plus how many conditions do you have? You have 1. Okay, now you plus 1. You have a plus 1 to the roll.
Okay, then I've got 9 altogether.
Excellent. You got to pick 1 from the 7 to 9 list.
Oh, 1 from the 7 to 9 list. What's that?
Take a powerful blow.
Take a powerful blow.
Oh, there it is. Sorry. Okay, take 1, is it?
Yeah, you got to either lash out verbally, give ground, or struggle past the pain.
You struggle past the pain. Mark 2 conditions.
Mark 2, what conditions do you want?
They will be angry.
Get angry again, yeah.
And
Knockers of the will beware.
And
can I mark the same one like guilty again? I've already got that marked.
You've already got guilty, can't mark it again.
Okay, then I'm feeling a little bit not sure what's going on. Insecure.
Insecure it is. All right. Okay. As they pop up and explode around you, you go flying back and you hit the ground and you bounce. And as you do, the vans slowly start to transform, like full-on transformers, until they become these large, giant robots with glowing red eyes where most of the things are. And they both face you guys both down like that. And as you do, you're going to hear a tremoring inside stop. Something has been alerted. All right, guys, we're officially in combat. So here's how we go. First thing I'm going to ask is, who's the team leader?
It was whoever had most responsibility over the others, wasn't it?
You can always pick the team leader. It's always up to you, but it's highly suggested it should be the person with the most influence.
That's Vortex both ways, I think.
Certainly not ChromeHead.
Unless Majestic wants to take it because it's his team.
Yeah. Kid Majestic has info on 2 people. Yeah, up to you guys. It's entirely up to you. You decide who the team leader is, and that's where things go on. And it's very important because the team leader does stuff with it.
I'm happy for Kid Majestic to do it. If you don't want to do it, I'm happy to do it. Whatever.
I guess.
right.
I mean, guess thematically it makes sense.
All right, so I'm going to ask you some questions, team leader. Do you have influence over every teammate?
No.
You don't add one more to the team. Has everyone got the same purpose in the fight?
I believe so.
Are you sure? What's everyone's purposes?
I presume our purpose is to get to the professor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you add one more to the team pool. Team pool becomes 3. I'll make it 3 there. Does anyone mistrust a member of the team?
I could have sabotaged the other one as well, but I'll sabotage this one instead.
Okay, so if you mistrust him, you can either take one off the team pool or you can mark a condition, leader.
I don't know what the team pool does. So.
The team pool, when someone fails a roll or is one off the roll, another person can help them and gives them +1 from the team pool. So it's very handy when you're like on 6 or 9 to have a team pool there. Or even like 8 with 2 people helping.
I guess I'll take a condition.
All right. What condition do you want?
Yeah, I guess guilty.
Guilty it is. All right.
Mainly in advance because I know we're gonna cause damage.
I think it's about our and your relationship because I mistrust you. How do you feel about me like questioning your leadership? Like,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As long as you mistrust him, it removes him from the team pool. Doesn't matter either way.
Okay.
And finally, is the team ill-prepared or off-balance? I'm going to say no because even though you're not surprised by this, even though it surprised you, you're not off-balance for it. You're like, fuck yeah, robots, let's go. Okay, so the 2 giant robot transformers full-on going to form. What do you guys do?
Fight.
Chrome, you're on the ground trying to get up, so you're at the moment just like, oh, fucking hell, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I'm going to be trying to power up to use my move power to get myself inside where I think the professor is.
Excellent. Burn, baby.
Okay.
How many conditions do you have? None, so it's just a basic roll.
Can you take anyone with you, or is it just you?
No, it's just me.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that's over 10.
Oh, bastard. Okay, you got 3 burn. What'd you do?
Okay, so I'm spending 1 burn to move to any place I choose within this scene, passing through barriers, etc. So I basically just disappear, stepping into this crack in the air, and another one opens inside, like the room just beyond the door of the professor's house, and I step out of it.
All right, as you come to the professor's house, you can see the professor has been strapped to a chair. His face is bleeding. His phone is on the ground, like on, with like with ChromeHead's like face flashing on it as he was trying to call him last. He's completely battered. He's bleeding. He looks absolutely exhausted. There's 2 smaller looking robots standing over him and I let him sit down. And as you do, you can see there's a man sitting in a very nice looking couch across from him with a cigar in his hand, like giant cigar that he's like puffing slowly. He sort of like turns his eyes towards you slightly and he lights it up and he blows a bit of smoke. And as he breathes, you can feel the floor shaking. He's like, and who are you supposed to be?
I don't have time to bandy words with people like you.
He looks at you like he seems to turn his chair towards you. And then like he grabs his cigar and then he crushes in his hand and he goes, let's make time. Come back to you in a minute. Right. Everyone else outside?
Yep.
What'd you do?
I guess I'm punching transformers, but I'm trying not to make too much damage to surrounding homes and stuff.
You're like, I want to get it. People live here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Put your ball. Go for it. Make the roll.
So I guess fight the good fight.
Yeah, do it. Shows us done. Directly engage it. Fight a good fight.
That's 10.
10. Oh, perfect. You got plenty in there. Pick 2.
Where are we? I'm going to resist, avoid their blows, and sort of create an opportunity for my allies. So I've sort of gone straight from the ground up and like sort of full Superman, sort of both fists up into their face, so they're sort of like maybe stumbling backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So an ally can sort of catch him off balance, maybe.
Yeah, that sounds pretty fair. So yeah, you run in there, you slam into his chin. He's like, one of them is tumbling backwards and like completely open to an attack that can probably take him out. Who's next?
I'm probably me because Chrome Dome's still on the ground. Can I? Has the professor, just out of interest, has the professor been tortured at all? Or...
you can feel his pain.
Okay, right. So yeah, I feel his pain, and Chrome Dome. I get a bit of pain from him, but he's mostly like resilient, and so I just go, and you see like the veins come in, and I presumably I can do this. Grab one of the vans and just smash it round the robot's head.
Oh, like, I love. Oh no, the fans are the robots.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry. I'll
grab
just
a nearby car.
I could grab a nearby. Yeah, I'm gonna basically I'm destroying the environment. So yeah, I grab a nearby car as this thing's falling over, and I just smash it.
I love it. Go for it.
An uppercut. So is this recklessly punching everyone? Can I? Danger.
Yeah, I can give it to you. I mean, no, I don't think you're not recklessly punching anyone because there's no time to charge in the head.
Okay, fair enough. So it's this plus 2, 7, just.
All right. Pick 1.
That's 1, but I'm smashing up the environment because I don't care.
Okay, so 2.
That's 2. I might do resist, avoid blows.
Mm-hmm.
And then is there something I can take from them that, like the leg, or?
Yeah, you can take the leg.
So yeah, I smash it so hard that part of its leg breaks off one of them, and I grab the leg.
Right, so you've now got this leg in hand, like, fuck yeah, it's the same one that what's called hit.
Yes, why not? Because I imagine maybe he was hit and he started falling down, and I just smashed him as he came down.
So he hits the ground, he started doing this all the time, and you've like got this leg in. But the problem is that because you went for you didn't care about collateral damage, and you smacked the car into him. As you do, you upset the ground. And then you start to spot it as you all realize there's tiny little lights lying all over the place, which are both like blinking in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. All over the floor in front of you guys, the ground's about to explode. And you're not sure which one is still next, which one is right. So you've got all these things like these like bombs like littered across the ground and like all over your feet and when you're like fighting these 2 fucking giant transformers.
I'm in the air, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you'll be fine then.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine. You're floating. You're like, I'm fine. You guys don't die.
Well, that's okay then.
Yeah.
When I avoid damage, is it damage from the robots, or can it be the damage from the bombs? Or is that
what do you mean?
Because I took the avoid damage, resist or avoid blows.
The bombs have been set off. You avoid damage from the robot when you did that.
Okay, right.
Completely. And he was open, so you took his leg off, and he fell backwards completely. Like he's like immobilized, going like this. The bombs have just been set because you've disturbed the ground.
Sure.
I'm sure you'll be fine. It's just explosions. Right. Chrome, what'd you do?
Okay, I've got a power called Unstoppable.
Mm-hmm.
When you smash through scenery to get to or away from something, and obviously I'm trying to... if I have to, I'll go through the front door using that. If I have to. I mean, I'm going to try the front... Can I get to the front door first of all?
Yes, you can. You can just go fuck the bombs and just run through and go fucking and break to the front door and give pretty much no fucking collateral damage in that sense, do you? It's none anymore. Right. Show me how it's done. Do it.
Okay.
Right.
Then,
make the roll. Show us what you are.
Okay. What we got? I want to ask you a question as well quickly. I've got once I take a condition,
Mm-hmm.
I can take +1 against whoever.
Person.
Yeah, I think. But that would be the advance. I tell you what, I'll just roll for going through. I rolled a 6 and a 3. I got 9.
Yeah.
And that would
9.
be-
Excellent.
yeah.
So on a 7 to 9, choose one. Either mark a condition, leave something behind, or take something with you. Pick one.
Oh, okay. Leave something behind. Where is it there?
What was that?
Say it again. What have I got?
Either take a condition, leave something behind, or take something with you.
Well, I can't leave anything behind, can I?
Nope.
I can't take anything with me.
Well, you
It's just
can.
me.
You can take a whole transformer with you. There's a second
Could I?
transformer there. Yeah.
Smash it through the door, man.
You drive
Oh,
the
okay.
fucking burn into the house.
Oh, well, definitely. Yeah, with bells on.
Excellent. So you tunnel through the bombs before they get set off. You grab this guy, this like transformer thing, like in the head, and you fucking like steamroll him through the front fucking wall of the house,
Yeah,
which
I mean-
breaks apart behind a guy sitting there with a cigar in his hand, going, he's like, "What was that?"
Yeah. I'm basically using him as the front door key. What's this
So you
moment?
can just transform.
What's this moment of truth?
What was that?
Moment
Moment of Truth is like a once per game ability
that we've all got.
that everyone has it, but only one person can use it,
Okay.
and you want to save it for an emergency
Yeah.
because it's like a really big move.
Okay. In that case, then yeah, I'm taking the transformer with me, going through the front door and the wall if needs be.
Nice. So you guys are tumbling through. Let's cut to inside the house. So the man breathing and the whole house shaking looks behind him and he sees like you go flying back and he's like, "Huh, you kids aren't half bad after all." What do you do, Vortex?
Okay. Given the fact that he's distracted, I'm probably going to try and grab the professor sort of chair and all if I need to, and cheese it through the now destroyed wall. With the
I love
professor.
it. There's 2 robots in the way and a man who's breathing who hasn't actually gotten up from his chair yet.
Okay,
Take
so
action.
yeah, what I'll be doing is I'll be sort of grabbing the chair, hoisting it up with the professor on, and then sort of holding my other hand out in front of me as I'm like dragging him along behind me. I'm just going to try and blast my way through one of the robots.
I absolutely love it. Roll Savior. You're defending.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will spend 1 burn to bring a shield up around ourselves as we sort of charge through it.
I'll give it to you. Make the roll.
That's 10.
Eric, perfectly fine. You grab the professor, you go flying out the hole in the door, you blast one of the robots out the way, and like the man instead of leaning over and just looks at you flying over, is like, instead of just nods and like he spins the chair in his seat and he's watching us like fly out the front door or the front wall anyway. Oh, you made the save. So you fly over and you land on the other side of the like set mine shot all over you, by the way, at the moment. Who's next? Who wants to go next?
These mines are and who?
The mines are on the ground all over both you, just you actually at the moment. Because everyone else
Just
is
me.
clear.
Thought so.
Just you.
So the professor is now out of the house.
Yes.
Through the front of the house, can I see these bad guys and all
Yes.
robots?
Yes.
I am going to go into the house covered in mines.
Okay. That's
Do you need a throw? I can throw you in there.
Yes, why not? So between us taking out the robot, we're like sharing a little bit of a moment.
okay.
Okay.
Well, roll freak, because you're unleashing your powers technically. As you grab the mines and jump in there, well, fuck it.
Yeah, so I presume I've got most of the mines on me. I don't know how they're tracking or something. I'm the only one who's
No,
in
basically,
danger.
when you start moving, they'll leap up. So you can wait for them to leap up, grab them, and then just jump.
Yeah, but Majestic is going to give me a boost, effectively, in the cinematics of it. I just go, I don't know, fastball special, presuming X-Men exists in this universe.
So I guess that will use the team pool.
Yeah, but after he rolls, let's see what he rolls
Okay.
for.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm using freak, so I
Yeah.
get +2 to this, which is nice.
Oh, hold on. What are your conditions?
It doesn't affect freak. It's the assessing. I've got the guilty thing, so I need to
Oh, yeah,
make a
you're fine.
sacrifice. So
Yeah, you're fine.
I didn't think this is. It's kind of a sacrifice, but maybe not enough.
Well, it depends. Well, I mean, it's up to, we'll see how it works because then we'll see what happens afterwards.
Okay, so yeah, I activate my freak, which is going to be sort of feeding off pain to like dull my own pain sensors or something, or just basically buffing my defenses. And I rolled I rolled 10, but I've got +2, so I got full 12.
Perfect. You grab the mines, you jump in the room with the two robots and the man who sees you coming, raises an eyebrow as you reach it, like, and the bombs explode inside the house, taking the entire house with it. Take a powerful blow.
So I have to roll again.
Yep.
And is this adding anything, or is it just straight?
Yeah, you gain +1 for your condition for now.
Okay.
Just for now, though. That'll probably change later.
So that's 8, 9.
9. So 6, 7, 8, 9. So pick one from the 7 to 9 list.
Could he use a point from the team pool to make that a 10?
I don't want this to be better.
He doesn't want to
the blow you want to be lower, right?
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So I'm fine. Thank you.
You can if you want. I won't stop you. Like if you really want.
I mean, apart from, I don't know what makes more sense. Maybe more conditions, but I don't.
Stack up.
No matter what happens, you're losing guilty. It's gone.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, why not? 2 more conditions. So
Yeah,
he's gone, and I will take. I don't know. Having been blown up, I will get angry, and
Maybe you could take afraid. Perhaps you're like worried about what they've done to the professor, like the state he's in.
I was going to go for insecure, kind of for a similar thing. So angry and insecure.
no problem. All right, so the place, like you jump in, the place explodes. The robots, like, however, the problem, however, is that I just realized ChromeHead is also in the building.
Yeah.
ChromeHead, you're in the transformer, you're rolling around, and the building is now fucking on fire. So you're in the kitchen, you're like fighting this fucking giant transformer who's like trying to transform back to beat you up with, and the building is rocking around you and falling apart. What do you do?
Okay. Moment of truth. I mean, do I know if this house falls on me, I'm pretty much toast? Is it?
No, you'd be fine. You just take a powerful blow, you'd be fine. You're made of chrome.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just pummel it then. Can I get rid of this thing? Can I leave this thing behind? Just get out of the.
You can just get the fuck out of there. So I would say you unleash your powers. So roll freak.
Freak. Okay. 4 and a 2, and my freak is. I think it's a 9 again.
Excellent. You're one short of a 10. Does anyone want to help?
Oh, that's a team power thing, is it?
Yeah, team pool thing.
All right.
I mean,
so,
could I have shouted out as I jump in and effectively help him, giving them heads up, just like, get out of here, or like duck or something.
Duck! Duck the falling building. Okay, what?
Watch your head.
Yeah. Watch your head.
I was going to suggest perhaps use a team point. So perhaps like the path I've sort of like cleared out through the other robots is able to like follow that path. So
I'll give it to you.
Because I've already sort of blasted my way through. I've made a hole effectively.
Excellent. So I'll describe how you get out of there before the house collapses.
Right, okay. Well, I just leave that thing where it is.
Mm-hmm.
Jumping up, running over it, smashing my foot into its face as I'm bounding off it and through the back door, or the hole, sorry, that Vortex made.
Excellent. So You come diving out. You do like a sweet little, like 3 or 4 rolls, and
Slow
all like
motion?
slow motion, of course, obviously. And of course, the explosion hits, and everyone hits the ground, except for the person inside because he's a badass. Everyone hits the ground, and then all 3 of you just like slowly get up to look at this ruined building sitting there on fire. And within the smoke, there's this weird black dark shroud that surrounds a small little bubble that slowly rises, and you see, holding his arm in horrible pain and looking really pissed, is Cal as he walks out of the flames.
Ooh.
Combat over, guys.
Ooh.
Now, with the combat ending, now would be a good time to use one of your team moves if you want to use them. You have a triumphant celebration team move you can pop.
Aha!
Yeah, so like after the last fight, I was feeling guilty, and to make up for it, I was trying to be self-sacrificing, involving Majestic. So I actually have a team move where you share a triumphant celebration with someone, either a lover or a rival. Immediately mark potential, and if you're already a lover or a rival, take influence over them and mark potential. So I covered, bloody, bleeding, tattered clothing, having just been blown up. I kind of just walk up to Majestic wherever he's floating at the minute and just like hold up a hand for a high five.
Now the question is, does he high five you back?
That's the question.
Yep, I high five back. Do we like the team moves? Do we get to use them individually, or is it just one?
Individually, so you can both.
Okay.
As you both high five, both your team moves activate.
Yeah, because mine is the share a triumphant celebration one as well, and then I have to tell them whether you see them as an equal. I don't like. I'm just gonna say, man, that was pretty sweet. Nice work there, and like give him the high five.
Like part of my broken, burnt face just like forms into a grin.
Okay.
I'd also like to use a team move if I can. So
Go on in. 1 second. Let me just really finish. Let me finish this one over here.
okay.
First up, Dan, you
Yeah.
get influence over what's called Majestic.
I already have.
In that case, you can switch his labels.
Right.
Because
Enabling-
that's how strong your influence is now. You've doubled it up so you can change him. And Majestic, when you search something, you have to ask them if they ask them whether you ask them whether you tell them whether you think they're equal to you or the same as you, as good as you are. So you can go high from going, yeah, you be a hero yet or something like I respect you or something like that. And when you do that, you give them influence over you and you mark potential. And if you don't, you shift to superior up and you level down.
That's why I was giving like the nice
awesome.
moves kind of. Yeah.
He already has
Okay,
influence
cool.
over me, so we both shift each other's labels and mark it.
No, you shift his labels twice. He gives influence to you by doing that, and he marks potential for XP.
Okay, so is it when you shift a label? Is it 1 up, 1 down?
1 up, 1 down.
So I do that twice. Okay.
Yep.
Take the mundane down because he just threw a man into a building with a load of bombs and expected him to come back out again.
I think that's
Doesn't
fair.
seem very mundane behavior.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
So I might, if I take the mundane up by 2 and then down.
Down by 2. Okay.
It
Down
can
by
go
2.
below -2.
Sorry.
No stats can go below -2. Remember
Oh,
this.
okay.
Okay. And then superior up by 2 because it's kind of superhero, how the superior sees the world.
That sounds fair. Right. While you guys are done,
Yeah.
Vortex.
Okay.
So what I want to do is for my team move is as Chrome Dome sort of rolls over the ground, sort of bursting through the hole that I blasted through the robot, he sort of sees Vortex standing there, sort of holding this professor in his arms, all this sort of like energy like playing about him still from the attack. And I'm just going to set the professor sort of gently down, and I'll reach out a hand and help Chrome Dome to his feet. And I just sort of look at him and say, "You did well there. I'm glad to see you got out of that." And then I have to ask you if there's any fear in your eyes when you look at me.
None at all.
Splendid. Okay, so so I take +1 forward and mark potential.
Excellent.
What does mark potential mean, by the way?
Yeah, that was
It's leveling.
Leveling. You get 5 of when you get 5 potential, you can level up.
Ah, right.
So basically, you level through failure, similar to the other.
Yeah. Hence the reason, because you guys have been rolling really fucking well all game. I'm like, oh, God damn it.
And what does the +1 forward do? Apologies.
It means the next time you make a roll, you get +1 to it.
Okay.
And finally, transformed.
Yeah, I look at Vortex and say, you didn't do too bad yourself. When you share a triumphant celebration with someone, and it says clear one condition if they treat you like a perfectly normal person, and mark potential if they praise your power or abilities. So
I imagine as I sort of lifted him to his feet and he said, "Oh, you did pretty well there yourself." Since we both relate to each other a bit better, because we're both like a bit fucked up, to put it mildly. I'm just going to sort of do that traditional, sort of like handshake where they like clasp each other's arms.
Yeah,
and I'll just say, "I've got to make you pretty impressive back there. I've not seen many people who could survive an explosion like that. Quick thinking."
Thick skin.
All right.
I love how you're looking for people to treat you normally, and you turn to the man made out of energy to do that.
Yeah, I know. Has anybody got like 2 parts to this team move? Because I've got another paragraph here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everyone has 2 parts. That one's for when you share vulnerability.
Has everybody done their vulnerability?
You don't have to do it now. You can do it anytime, as long as you like take time to tell them that.
Okay, so what benefit do I get from, or do I get a benefit from doing that?
It should say.
Yeah, if you read it, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you give them influence. You give them influence over you, but you get to clear a condition if you like share a vulnerability.
I've got to get to hold 2, and it's basically my own team pool that I can use to help other people.
But I get to clear one condition now, though, don't I? Because
Yep.
Yeah, in that case, I'll clear. I ain't got any mobile phones left. I tell you what. Guilty.
Excellent.
Yeah, let's get it again. It's really interesting.
All right, how's everyone feeling so far? Is everyone sort of finally getting a grasp of the rules finally?
Yeah, so good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, what do you do next?
How's the professor?
He is unconscious and needs help. But that's not your concern right now. Your concern is the burning building, along with the screaming people around the neighborhood, and police sirens that are coming closer.
Try my best to get this fire pot out.
No problem. Unleash your powers.
Okay.
Freak.
Do you have one of those like frost breaths? I shout up to you.
Unfortunately, not. I haven't got that one yet. So just freak, yeah.
Yep. Just
basically you're solving the position with your powers, perhaps by flying really quickly, or somehow putting it out with your super strength, wafting a car in its direction.
Nope. That's terrible.
Oh well. So what did you get in total?
4.
4. No amount to save you there. Okay, so you get up and you're like, gotta try and cut it down. You're like, I can't really figure out how to do this properly. You're doing your best to like calm the flames down of some kind of way. You just can't do it. You're about to give up, and then you hear a ching. And then like around you, the air cools down slowly. And you see the building just have this beautiful like sparkle of like snow just start to fall down it in a nice, cool way. And for a second, you're like, wow, maybe my powers have developed. And then you hear I'm here! As like the sun comes out of the skies and settling down and landing amongst the broken parts of the Transformer is Mr. Majestic himself as he lands in. And like as he lands, he's about to sit down, he stops, and like he pulls forward the Transformer to make a chair, and like he crushes it down over his hands, and like he sits down, crosses his legs, and he's like, that's better. Hello, boys. And other.
Mr. Majestic.
What do I have here? I thought I told you people to be a little bit more subtle. Is this subtle?
It's hard to be subtle when someone plants a field full of mines in front of the house of the person you're going to visit.
Did you do any kind of surveillance?
Didn't really have time. We didn't expect there to be giant freaking robots here.
Expect the unexpected. Rule number 24 of the book I gave you. Have you read my How to Be a Hero guide? I have it right here. It's okay. I have 5 more copies. He reaches out and he clicks his hand, and like the sky parts again, and the 4 more books land up, and he passes you guys.
Yeah, you sort of take it and thanks, and then there's like a flash to my house where like there's copies of the book propping up chairs, copies of the book like being paperweights and being used around the house.
Before I continue this, please mark angry if you haven't already, Kid Majestic. Oh, you have already? Never mind. Okay, carry on. I was going to put as the condition for him. And he's like, so, what's going on? Do you really think you can handle this, boys?
Maybe
you should let a real superhero.
I'd love to talk with you more about this, Mr. Majestic. However, I need to get this unfortunate person some medical attention.
No need. I'll take care of him. You can go do whatever you want. He says he gets up. He's like, I'll take care of the professor and everything will be fine. He like reaches in and tries to take it from you.
Okay. Have we totaled his house?
Yes, it's fucked.
Yeah, that one's subtle.
Thinking about it, I'm like, probably, to be honest, Mr. Majestic can get him to like help quicker. So yes. I'll let him take the professor.
Excellent. He takes the professor. He's like, no need to worry about anything else. Why don't you boys just go to sleep and worry not about this man? I'll take care of everything, and you shouldn't have a problem whatsoever. Everything will be fine.
If no one else is going to do it, I step forward because I'm just like grimacing the entire time that he's here and goes, we need to talk to him.
He sort of stops, turns around, like he like sort of like looks around a bit, and then he looks down at you. He's like, well, I do apologize, but this man clearly needs medical attention. One that I don't think one of your how does your power work again? It does something weird with blackness and evil. I don't know.
I know where to take him.
I'm sure you do, but I think you find that I am where he should be, where everyone should be. Now, if you don't mind, just scoot along. I'll just take this buddy now. He says, as he like goes back to pick up the guy again.
Can I make a roll to like persuade him or something? Not physically hit him, but
persuade me. Come on, do it.
Oh, so there's
if you want to get the rolls in a bucket's world, you've got to actually persuade me.
Okay. I don't say Mister. I just go Majestic. We need him.
Majestic.
We need what he knows. He's obviously in trouble. I point to the robot wreckages. He is in danger. And we think we're on the track of the people that endanger him. We can take him to someone who can help him, and we can deal with this. And I'm trying to like stand up to him, puff my chest out as much as possible.
He takes a deep breath, and then like he lets the guy go, and he gently just lies on the ground. And he turns towards you. For the first time, Mr. Majestic isn't smiling. And he looks at you and he goes, are you saying you are far more capable of taking care of this man more than me, the greatest superhero who has lived, who will live, and will ever live?
I look him dead in the eyes and go, you cannot be there for everyone. You are not there for me. Move aside.
Stop. Reject his influence first.
I reject it. I don't know what that costs.
Right, roll it. Now you've rolled 2d6, and you have anything with him? No, you do not. Oh, hold on. Are you Cal?
Yes.
Yes, you are. You are insecure. -2 to your roll.
Wicked. That was insecurity about the actions of what I did earlier. But yeah, why not? I'm still fucking rebel. Doesn't matter.
Let's go.
And what stat is this?
None. It's just a 2d6 -2 trying to reject influence.
Jesus. Bang.
Just roll 12.
That's,
8, 6.
that was an 8, so that's a 6, so I fail again.
So you fail. Well,
Can
okay,
you punch in the
so
team pool?
only if someone else backs him up.
Okay, in which case then what I'll do is I'll step forward and say, I believe what my friend is trying to say, Mr. Majestic, is that he's sure you have far more important things that you need to deal with. And this little matter we can take care of.
Yeah. And we're trying to take care of our own responsibilities.
In which case you get 7 to 9. Hey, congratulations, you made it.
Yay.
So in which case, with 7 to 9, you can, let me go find it. With 7 to 9, you can either clear condition or mark potential by immediately acting to prove him wrong. You can shift one label up or one label down, your choice. Or you can cancel their influence and take +1 forward against them.
Sorry, what? I was trying to look for. It's not. Is it on the sheet?
Yep,
Influence.
it's on influence.
The bottom. The second sheet.
Bottom of the second sheet.
Yeah.
Influence.
Influence.
Right. Okay.
When you reject someone's influence on a hit, you successfully hold yourself and tune them out. On a 10+, choose 2. On a 7 to 9, choose 1.
I would. Can I clear the insecurity because I'm standing up to this
Yes,
guy and I feel
But
that's the best.
to clear the insecurity, you need to immediately act like you can take care of this man. Like right now. Like you need to do something right now to convince him that you're capable.
I mean, like I don't. Maybe the guy. Maybe he's like I don't know, grimacing in pain or something, and I can take his pain and like this pleasure. Like his expression just relaxes and he looks peaceful. That's
I
what
will
want
let
to
you do it if you go and physically roll Unleash Your Powers on him to do it.
Okay. Yeah, I kneel down and touch him, and then try to take his pain away.
Unleash Your Powers.
So that's +2 from the freak, and 5, 6, 7 +2, 9.
When you unleash your powers, you can either, when you were 7 to 9, you can either mark a condition or your effect is unstable or temporary.
I'll mark another condition. I'm never getting rid of these.
You kind of sound confident and supports you. Unfortunately, there's no one here good at mundane, unfortunately, because you're all really bad people. What condition do you want to mark? You can't mark insecure.
No. I don't really, because I don't know what makes sense.
All of them make sense. You could be afraid that maybe your powers will go crazy. You could be guilty because for that you was going, even though you got him out of there, technically it might be your fault because you know it's about your people. You could be hopeless because you know, even though you've done it now, how long would it be until that man dies if you don't get him away? It's up to you. All the conditions mark.
Yeah. Okay. I will go. I'll go hopeless. Why not?
All right, you see him slowly start to calm down, and Mr. Majestic looks down at him, looks at you, then turn towards Kid Majestic, and he goes, "Do you vouch for your team member?"
Yes.
Well then, in that case, if my own successor can vouch for it, I don't see the problem. Why don't you boys just go on ahead and save the man's life and be happy about it? I will go and I will stay here and deal with the press like I always do. Come on, chop chop, go catch the bus. Instead of wave you off, like shoot you away.
I'm not gonna take the bus. I'm gonna fly him.
Yeah.
To
the busmobile.
The nearest hospital.
I do have a friend on campus who could perhaps help us out with this. It is nearer than the hospital.
All of you guys know Cassandra Cass. You all know she can heal.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to allude to, that we have a healer.
Oh, I didn't realize that's what she could do. Yeah, that's fine. Can you take anyone with you when you teleport, Vortex, or is it just yourself?
Not safely.
Oh, okay. I'll fly him back to Cass then.
Vortex can always just teleport everyone in one go. Just unleash your powers.
What reality?
I'm fine with flying and interrupting girls' night. It's fine.
Yeah, that's going to be a really interesting scenario when you bust into girls' night with unconscious professor.
I'll meet you there, Mr. Majestic.
So they fly off and disappear, and I turn to Chrome Dome and go, "Don't you get sick of this?"
Just a bit.
So both of you go and sit on the bus.
Just before I go on the bus, I could even ask him, "Can you go wait at the? You could wait at the bus stop." I don't know. I want to go back into the wreckage and see if I can get any clues using my.
You remember the first time you moaned about this travel thing, and I did suggest that we have a version of the Majestic Mobile, but they all shut it down very quickly.
I like to imagine like that terrible Fantastica vehicle thing that's like big,
to the Majestic car.
Yeah,
really unwieldy. Can I do my amateur Batman thing and search for clues, especially the smoking man? Or
yeah, assess the situation. I think it's a great idea. Definitely assess the situation right now. Do it.
Or I just thought if any of the robots have any of those really obvious labels on them.
Assess the situation.
Yep. Superior. My superior is 0, and I don't have a negative to this. Wow.
Wow.
I haven't screwed myself up enough yet. Straight roll. 6, 7, 8.
One question.
Do the robots have any identifiable markings on them?
That is not a question you can ask. Anyway, the robots do have an identifiable symbol on them. It's the same DSI symbol you've seen before.
Nice. So yeah, that was what here can I use to, I don't know, connect the place. Yeah.
Once again, what's called Deviant Story Industries has popped up again in the strangest way.
Is Mr. Majestic still there? Or is he...
Oh, he's still there, yeah.
I was wondering if we could describe the cigar-smoking gentleman to him to see if he knows anything about him.
He goes, that will be Tremulous.
Okay.
Yes, his power is seismic activity. He understands and moves the earth to his will. He recently went legit since he came out of jail. He's a bit of a big hitter. I think maybe he's not one of your type of kids.
While he's staying outside, am I like looking at the corpse of Tremulous in his bombed out house?
No, Tremulous is not there.
Yeah, he went up in that bubble, didn't he? That smoke kind of.
Right. Okay.
He looked too legitimate from where we were standing. Or rolling.
He literally didn't move when you came in the bombs. You exploded, and he wasn't there in the chair. By the way, the chair is not hurt at all.
I want to buy this chair.
Croft, can you carry it back for us?
And anyway, guys, I think you guys are done here. I'm gonna jump to the party. So I think are you flying or are you teleporting?
I'm teleporting. I can't fly.
Yeah, I'm flying. I'm flying with the professor.
Excellent. So that when I say all girls night party, I don't mean it by little bit. There's like 5 girls in the house when you open. I think you open it to the room itself.
Yep.
So you go warm and you step in, and as you step in, there's music playing. There's like everyone's taking drinks. There's like party girls like dancing around. There's like Justin Bieber on. Everyone's like really going for it, being like teenagers and stuff. And like one of the girls is like dancing around, nothing with her bra. And you come into the room, and they all stop, and they all turn towards you. And there's like a second of like pure silence as they look at you.
I'll be completely nonplussed by the debauchery that's unfolding in front of me, and I'll just say, Where is Cass?
At which point, two of the girls are gonna go, ah! And they start screaming and running around the house, and everything starts panicking. They start grabbing like pillows and start throwing it at you. Like, get out, get out, get out, get out. And the pillows are bouncing off your body. You're like, oh, please stop.
Curious.
Slowly these things at you. And like, Cass opens the door and it's like, oh my God, I told him not to bring them over. It's like, girls, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And like, she shovels it. Like a good 10 minutes of this happens. Like 10 full on 100% minutes.
I assume I arrive at that point then.
At that point, you're like, okay, so no, you arrive afterwards. So she pushes them to the living room, like a lot of the living room. And then she's like, you have a lot of nerve teleporting to this house right now.
I apologize, Cass. However, there is a severely injured man being brought here by Kid Majestic. Without your help, he will not survive for very long. We did not have any choice.
I told you people not to come to you. Why didn't you just call me?
A man is dying and I do not have a phone.
You know what? Fine, whatever. Just where is he? As she says, where is he? Like the door opens, and like Kid Majestic walks in his full on form with this guy's like, all right, just lay him on the couch. Just don't go into that room. The girls are there. And like she lays on the couch and then she starts to use her power. So you know how Cal, when he uses power, he sucks in evilness and like he sucks in people's pain and like powers himself up with it. With Cass, you see her like take a breath, and when she does, you see this like sort of like field leave her body for a second, and then like it floats above her like in a bubble, and then she places it down onto the person in front of her, and that it slowly goes over their body. And as it does, you see their body slowly start to change, and like wounds start to close up, almost like she's speeding up the healing process. But as she does, you see like her own body starts to have like cracks and slow little like marks and everything all over her. And you see like her hands start to shake and everything else. And then after like maybe like a minute, she goes, enough. And then she lifts it up and then she puts it back on herself, and her body just slowly transforms back to normal. And then like she takes a breath and she lies down on the chair. She's like, okay.
Thank you, Cass.
It's fine. I just don't like doing that. It hurts a lot.
I'll like put a pillow under her head or something similar, like very clumsily, as like, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do in this situation. Have a pillow.
You like pat her on the head or something.
Thank you. Have a pillow.
I get like a glass of water.
And drink it.
She's like, thank you. And she takes a sip and she's like, he's going to be all right. He just needs rest and sleep. Just a bit of sleep. And then she passes out on the couch. It's about this time that the guys also arrive for movie's sake.
So I walk in like half blown to bits. And then just, oh, he's looking much better. Glad some of you can move a lot quicker than we can, as we've like taken half an hour or whatever on the bus. Yeah.
I just sort of turn to Cal and go, when Cass does that, is there any lasting damage, or is it sort of just takes a bit of recovery?
I turn to him and go, you don't get something for nothing in this world. Everything comes with a cost. It's what you choose to spend it on.
That's very true. There are certain natural laws that must be followed.
Professor Hartnell slowly like starts to come to, and he's like lying there like, where am I?
Professor Havers, are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I guess. I believe I'm fine. He gets up, he's like, what happened? Where did the man go?
You seem to have got the interest of giant robots.
What? Ah, it's coming back to me.
Your house was attacked and destroyed. We managed to get you out in time, but you were injured. We brought you here to be healed.
They were talking to me. They came to the door. They said they were with Deviant Story Industries.
What did they want from you, Professor?
Information.
About?
You four.
At that point, like I'm probably like tending to Cass, just like stroking her hair or something, and I kind of just look over at him. We go, oh god damn it! If Mr. Magnificent or whatever the fuck he calls himself doesn't keep bringing the cameras every time we try and do some work, we could actually not be found out.
Well, I mean, I don't know what they expect to find out about me that they can't find on my Wikipedia page. But yeah,
it was listen. It was your powers, your abilities. They were mostly concerned about you, Kid Majestic.
Okay.
Mostly concerned about the way your powers activate and how they work and what strengths you had and how close you were to what's called King Majestic himself, Mr. Majestic himself.
That would make sense given your association with one of the most well-known heroes in Townsville.
Yeah. I dread to think what they would want with that information specifically, though.
I'm not sure, but they didn't. I couldn't stay within them. They had these. I don't know what I told them. I think I told them everything. They did something to me. It was horrible. I felt my insides been rotting out. Then I passed out. Next thing I know, I'm here. Thank you. He says. He's looking like he reaches for his glasses in his pocket. He's like, sorry. I thank you for helping me, but I don't know what this is about.
Do you know anything about Deviant Story Industries?
Yeah, small tech store opened up recently, mostly import and export tech. But not that big or that clever, to be honest.
And we have a feeling they are much bigger and much cleverer than they let on.
I sort of grab the surveillance gear and hand it to him.
This is some fascinating equipment. Mostly for surveillance. Oh, Shim's already been used though.
Already been used?
Yes. He goes, yes. He lays on the table. He's like, well, one of my whole technology is energy usage and how things come through. As you can tell, if you look at the battery side, it's already done its energy output from top bot to bottom. It means that this was used to survey someone and watch over them. And the information's already been sent back to the database, probably back to their headquarters, wherever that may be.
Is there any internal backup of the data that would have been surveilled?
Yes, there is.
Could we access it and see what they were looking at?
He goes, do you have a computer that can handle it?
I'm sure the college has many computers.
Well, let's do that. Scene cuts. It cuts you guys like being let into the college and like you're next to like one of the larger college computers. And he's obviously gotten you in because he's a professor. And he's like hooked it up to this like machine and he's like typing away. Right. I think I can just about get information of it. Here's something. I believe this was activated and recorded about 4 days ago. And then he clicks it. And the camera pans down to what looks like a really large what's called chamber in a giant room with like locks all over it. And as the camera pans on, the locks slowly open up. And stepping outside is Vortex, accompanied by someone in a full body suit with a mask on. And they stand there talking to each other for a while. And they nod. They don't give hugs or anything else. And the person goes back into the machine. The machine closes. And Vortex teleports away.
Do any of us know about Janine? Or would you have not told anyone?
Since we're teammates, I assume I would have clued you guys into the fact that Janine was one of the people working on the initial experiment with me. And she was injured and she now has to wear this suit to sort of keep her going, basically. And as well as trying to find a way to like control my powers, we're also hoping that we can find a way to sort of restore her to full health.
I assume that is you on the surveillance and not some strange kind of clone or something.
Yes, it is me. I remember the situation well. It was approximately 3.5 days ago.
Okay, well that's
Weird.
I dare not say the word good. That's.
Have you heard from Janine since?
I have hardly had time to make a social call. However, I would very much like to check on her.
I think it's time to make time.
Does she have a phone?
She does, but I do not.
Okay.
I suppose for someone who can just teleport instantly anywhere he wants, phones are not really necessary.
True.
Indeed, they are somewhat surplus to requirement.
By the way, since the scene has changed, your burn is gone, just so you know.
Yeah.
I mean, is she close? Where does she live? Should we go now?
It won't take you that long. It's sun's about to set, though.
Well, it definitely won't take me that long.
No.
On the bus then.
Perhaps I should go and check on her and then return here to yourselves to say you're taking the trip. After all, if there's nothing wrong with her.
Okay.
It would save you another tedious bus journey.
Well, if we don't
get ambushed,
if we don't hear anything in 15 minutes, we can head over there. And if she's fine, just get her to call one of us.
She'll be in laboratory 24C. She often works late there.
Okay.
You should be able to find it on any of the campus maps or even on the internet map of the campus. If you don't hear anything from me in a few minutes, as you say, feel free to join me there. I will see you all shortly, and then I'm going to gather my power and move myself there.
Right, burn.
No, I'm not. 6.
Okay, so you have, with 6, as a burning man, you have, wait, look it up, give me a second. You still get burn for failing, and get XP, yay! You have 2 burn and mark 3 conditions.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Could we have team helped, or is that not appropriate?
Not in this case.
Can't slap him.
Also, he got a 5. No, he got a 6, yeah, not in this case. Can't help him, his burn.
Okay.
Okay, I've marked angry, afraid, and guilty.
The angry is broken for some reason.
How much burn did you say I got?
You got 2 burn.
Okay, so yeah, so I'll spend one of those to teleport myself. Well, no, I'll actually I have to spend 2 of them because it's somewhere I've been before rather than somewhere in this scene. So I'll spend them both to like.
You spend them both, and then you go bloop bloop bloop. Okay, he's gonna tell that. Bloop bloop. You get down to lab 24. There's no one there.
I'm going to look around, see, given what's previously happened on the evening with the other professor, I'm going to look around, see if there's like signs of a struggle or anything like that.
Assess the situation.
Okay, assess the situation. So roll plus superior. Okay, and I'm on -2. So I'm actually on -1 because I'm a superior 1. Okay. No, it's not happening. 5.
5. Right. You are looking around. You cannot find Janine. Everything is going horribly wrong. You are getting more angry, more pissed. Even though emotions aren't your kind of thing, the gate and the vortex and everything else is slowly affecting your mind. You're like, why don't I just reality just bend and just bring her back? I want to just recreate her. I've got the energy. I have a door to it. Let's just do that. Let's just fix everything. Take a powerful blow.
Okay.
Remember, it's 2d6 plus conditions.
Okay, yeah, so 2d6 plus 3. Okay. So it's 7.
7. So pick one from 7 to 9.
Okay. I'm going to pick. I think the only one I can really take is taking the 2 conditions, which will take me out of action.
No, you're still in action. It's just the next time you take a blow, you'll be out of action.
Okay. So I'll take those 2 conditions. However, as I do that, and you like say the anger's sort of welling up, I'm effectively going to lash out and like knock a load of computers off the desk and just like destroy them utterly.
Really? Just a computer?
Well, whatever's to hand, pretty much.
I mean, why stop there? Let's go big or go home.
Oh, what? So you're saying I should be like looking at some sort of like massive like moment of truthful move? Is that what you're saying? Too?
No, what I'm saying is that blow up the entire lab.
Just warp reality around it.
Just, I think if you want me to clear that angry condition, you should blow up the entire lab in anger.
I love the difference in power scale there, where ChromeHead just breaks his phone by throwing it on the ground. You like
to be fair, I am a Nova. It is sort of with the playbook. Yeah, I'm gonna with the anger. Basically, my sort of outline seems to like fluctuate as I'm struggling to control these energies. And then, similar to the explosion that originally sort of injured Janine, just this like the bit when like in Terminator when they appear inside the glowing like ball when they move back in time.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit like that. Just this like sphere of energy, just like just like detonates the lab.
Fucking love it. It's beautiful. Like the camera pans outside and like the big weird energy blast just completely takes the lab. Fire sprinklers start going off. People start panicking. You feel a bit better now.
I'll be sort of like in the sort of like the crater. I'll be sort of like crouched in the middle of it, slowly sort of like getting control of myself and like reining it back in. Sort of crouch down.
I turn to everyone and go, I'm assuming that explosion is a bad sign.
Presume we can see it out the window somewhere.
Yeah.
Given the fact I've just detonated an entire lab, I'd guess so.
Well, I mean, we're on the university campus.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be that far.
Go Majestic, go.
I shine the Majestic symbol into the sky.
Ta-da! I think with the kidnapping of Janine and everyone, basically you guys basically going, what the fuck is going on? This is a good place to end the session today.
No.
Well, the only thing I would have done is immediately go check on my sister,
which is fair.
Yeah.
But I think also I don't want it to be later than anyone else's bedtime, and it's Mark's first game, and I know he has vertigo, so he's not feeling great. So I think this is a good place to end. I think this is a wonderful place to end the scene with what we've had. We've had one mini fight, we've had a big fight, we've had Majestic's dad, what's called, I'm not dad, boss coming in, and we've had you just losing your mind. Normally, this would be the point in a comic where the comic will end, and I like this place as an ending, so I'm going to stop here and end the broadcast. So thank you very much for playing. Enjoying watching this. Whoever's gone through this pain. I hope the rules explanation was good enough for you, and have a good